Change the topic of the stage. It's the podcast. It's it's the big redacted city.
I'm keeping all this in. Welcome everybody to You Don't Have to Be Right. I'm Wesley. This is Aaron. What a fucking great cold open
Oh,
that
I
we
love
just
it. That's
had.
great. Welcome to 2024, everyone.
Welcome.
I'm Aaron.
We did it.
We lived.
We did it.
I
Lived,
love how your
bitch.
clapping is only coming through my
Yeah,
mic.
well, someone's gotta clap. We did it. We lived. We're alive. I hope that you are also alive too and not listening from beyond the grave. And if you are listening from beyond the grave, please let us know how. So
It reminded me to turn my voice noise suppression on.
oh, there you go. You see, I'm at least good for
you.
something. I'm good to be a bad influence. All right. Well, we wrapped up 2023. How was your 2023 ending?
I drove all the way down to San Francisco and back.
And
so it was wild.
I drove so far away.
I hate you. I drove like 1,600 miles and I got a cold. That's what I'm working
Sounds
with right
like
now.
2023 gave you the big middle finger.
Big middle finger on the way out.
Big old middle finger said, "Aha! You thought you'd escape."
Yeah, I mean, I had some okay times with family and stuff. It wasn't bad, but besides, it was I met all of Riz's family and all that stuff, and I did do something interesting.
Are they in San
I did get
Fran? I'm sorry to.
engaged.
Yay!
I'm a fiance now. Someone just decided to say yes to this.
No, she actually said no.
Gosh, you. No one needs to know that. We're keeping up appearances until October.
Congratulations. No, my fucking as soon as I told my parents I was engaged, my dad said, "Man, you really must cave to peer pressure easily." And I was like, "Thanks, Dad. Appreciate it."
My dad actually didn't make any jokes, but I think it's because I told him in a public place. He just was like, just let us know a couple days in advance where we need to go. That's it. Just let us know where we need to show up. That's it.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Well,
like,
congratulations.
Right,
very happy for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So that's great. I think that's a pretty great way to wrap up 2023.
Yeah, it was honestly it was good. It was good. Riz's family's scary. We might have some of them as guests on the podcast this year if you want. It will be probably podcasts that we'll have to actually have some editing in because they will say terrible things.
I mean, or we just keep it in and get arrested. Either way.
Yeah, that's fine too.
At this point, it doesn't matter.
Riz handed me a breakfast sandwich. I'm like, I'm not eating that on the podcast.
Breakfast sandwich? You bitch.
Yeah.
Absolute.
Yeah.
Hawk goblin.
I'm so sorry. Would you like mine? You can have it. Take a eating like a mid-breakfast break on this podcast.
Excuse me while I eat. Podcast.
You like? Oh, I love Starbucks breakfast sandwiches.
Hey, but you know what's really interesting is that you've activated the first mini game because you said engagement. Oh, I knew you were going to bring that up. Anyway, the way this works is that Aaron has to bring up a topic or say something that activates the mini game. And you know what? We've got 3 mini games today. So good luck.
There's 2 more I can activate.
More, but
this is gonna be like a meta as fuck thing where one time I'm just gonna say, what's the mini game? You're like, you activate.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that day. That day is gonna piss me the fuck off.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man. All right. So I think this one's a pretty apt mini game. We're actually going to be talking about diamonds for this activation.
Sorry. What?
Diamonds.
Germans?
Diamonds.
Diamonds.
And how familiar are you with the Beatles?
If I say very, will you just move on?
No, absolutely not.
I know they are a band that a lot of women swoon for.
All right, so you're uncultured. Okay, so one of the Beatles songs
good?
I think I heard a siren out like outside for a second, like boop.
It was a warning because they heard
Yeah.
you were talking about the Beatles. They're like,
That's
quiet down in there about that
don't talk about
Beatles.
Beatles.
They've been dead for a long time. Actually, I don't know if they're all
Mhm.
dead.
So, inspired
Mm.
by
Where's Hamlet?
the Beatles got inspired by this. The largest, well, I wouldn't say largest, but a very large diamond that is in space called Lucy, aka Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Okay.
Yeah, the planet's core is made of oxygen and carbon, which has crushed itself into crystalline form. How much percentage of the planet is diamond? Pure diamond.
I love how you set this up as a Beatles conversation, and then it's
I
just
classified that this
how
was
much
about
of the
diamonds.
center of.
I classified this was about diamonds. I just made the correlation to the Beatles.
What was the question again? I'm covering up chat with my hand physically, so I
Oh,
can't.
there you go. The planet's core is made of oxygen and carbon, which has crushed itself into crystalline form. What percentage of the planet is pure diamond?
I'm gonna say like 8.
Ooh, so close. 75% of the planet is pure diamond.
So close. Just off by
just off by
a sweet 60%.
Just a margin. It's just a margin of error.
Well, that just proves that's how much like diamonds are inflated in price, and it's all by like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have another fun fact for a diamond, and I'm going to ask you this.
Okay.
It's another percentage
Sure.
game. How much percentage wise do you think a diamond loses in weight during the cutting and polishing process?
Oh, that's actually interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I was surprised by this
I feel like it's either gonna be a lot or a little.
Mm.
But I feel like it's gonna be a lot because diamonds are so uncommon.
Mhm.
Say like let's give it a good like 40%.
You actually were close. It's 50%. Half of the diamond
50?
weight.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Because you gotta like you have to. It's all about like cutting it at angles, so it's gonna be like a round like geode or something. Then you cut it in a. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yep. And then I think we're going to go for the last one here. Do you know this is kind of mean. Do you know about the Eureka diamond?
I don't.
Then this is going to be an easy question for you. How old was the person that discovered the Eureka diamond?
Eureka. They were
Eureka.
75.
They were 15 years of age.
What is the Eureka diamond?
It is,
I don't know what that
think, the biggest diamond ever. It's a 21.25 carat rough diamond. It weighs 10 pounds.
That's a big baby right
That's
there.
that's a huge
Big
bitch.
baby.
That's a huge bitch.
You know, that's some neat facts about diamonds that I really don't care about. So that's cool. Like I don't know. We found out the diamonds are like not rare at all. Like because you said 75% of the crust
Yeah.
of it is
Diamonds are forever. Well, that is specifically a planet flying around in space that we can't get to. So I mean,
oh, you're talking about Lucy. I thought you were saying Earth was.
No, Lucy.
I was very confused. You're like Earth is showing our diamond. That doesn't make any sense at all.
No, I think we'd be dead.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But Lucy is in the sky with diamonds. Anyway, thank you for playing the mini game. We'll have 2 more coming up, and I promise
I
you,
hate you.
they're not any more cohesive than this one was.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. But yes, so you got engaged. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, there you go.
Went down to when we drove down, we went actually went to Eureka, Oregon because we went and drove down.
I've been to Eureka.
Yeah, we stayed at so we split up into 2 days. We went to Grant Pass, you know, that's stayed there in a place called the Riverside Inn. It was by a river. Who would have thought?
Oh wow, was it an inn?
Yes.
Shit, man,
I'm
good.
Some terrible pillows. The pillows were
I hate
not
hotel
great.
pillows, period.
Yep, that's why.
Yep.
Anyway, so we decided to go from Grand Pass. Or like it's like a half an hour longer just to go down the 101. So we
Yeah.
just went down the 101.
Go out 101. It's beautiful.
Avoid there's a terrible road where you have to go down when you get off I-5. That's the fastest route to Riz's family. And it's just because they're not actually in San Francisco, but I'm not gonna dox.
Oh yeah, they're outside San Francisco, but still it's a
Yeah.
13-hour drive.
Yeah. But the road is super windy, so we went down 101, which is a windy road, but
I like 101 a lot.
it's very fun to drive down. We stopped off at some redwood place, and that's where I proposed. So it was a very romantic proposal. I said I pulled the box out with marriage, but that's because me and Riz have a very special relationship because the whole time down she's like, "Son, Therese," hinting at like it's nice out, you could propose because she obviously knew I had the ring and stuff because she bought it.
That's fair.
Yeah, so she bought it, handed me, and this is your problem now. And
This
so I
is
think
your problem now. Peace out.
yeah, I felt like there was some want to be proposed to before we got to her family, so
Yeah.
I made sure that happened.
Yeah.
Right, dear? Yes, dear. That's
Well, I
her
mean,
answer.
that's good. I'm glad that you guys got engaged. It's a damn shame
Yeah.
she said no. Anyway, moving on.
We were gonna have we were gonna have like a fall wedding, and it's just not gonna happen anymore because she said no. So
Yeah. You didn't
people
give
from
her
all
enough
over the
brain
world were gonna
damage.
come over. I mean, I can give her, I can give her more. This is a keyboard that didn't come
Oh,
off. I was gonna
come
make it a bit.
on. Come on. Use my fire helmet. At least it's crash proof. Well, I don't condone the beating of anybody. I just
I
want
don't
to
condone.
just want to
I I
still want
really
to
don't condone the
Yep,
being of
don't
women here.
anybody. Just I don't
Or anyone.
anyone. No one get beat, please. Anyway.
A good point was brought up. She can return the ring till the 15th. That's
So there's hope.
she has till then. There's hope.
There's hope.
She can change her mind.
Nah, I think it's a pretty well done.
That has been the bit though. Like the whole time, like we say something that's like as a funny, like to make the other one mad.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, I can return this.
Yeah.
Give this back to you.
Yep. I mean, that's what I keep saying to Emily. She just makes a joke, and I'm be like, I could get a divorce, right?
That's a lot of paperwork. So.
It is. That's why she knows it's a joke. I'm too lazy.
You didn't settle. You're just too. You were like
lazy. I was like,
I'm just,
That's exactly it. She settled, not me.
You can tell.
I was
Emily
hitting
doesn't
above
watch
my
this
weight
podcast.
class. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Hitting above your weight class.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
God. Anyway.
You ain't wrong, bud.
No, I ain't wrong. I ain't wrong. Oh, but
Also,
yeah. So yeah.
So I got done with traveling and came back 2 days later for which is the Thursday, so the Thursday after Christmas, and went to my family's Christmas at local on our hometown. And I started getting a scratchy throat. That's when this lovely my deep voice is at today. Because I started getting a cold at my parents' family gathering. So hopefully I didn't get any of them sick because I was just starting to get it. And I tested for COVID several times. It's not that. Who cares? It's just a crud. But I got to see my cousin on my dad's side. I rarely see, so it was kind of cool. Actually, see her. She seems pretty chill.
Nice.
Yeah, she's got some generic white man boyfriend.
Generic white man.
So the dude looks like a Washington State boyfriend. He had a flannel on.
So
he
like
had
us.
A beard. He had a very
okay.
He looked yeah.
All right.
Yeah, well, except his beard was actually well trimmed. That's how he wasn't. He's not that big of a nerd because he has a well kept beard and
gotcha.
well kept hair. Yeah, he's a nice guy. It's giving him shit. If he ever watches this podcast, he seemed nice.
They won't.
Yeah, you never know.
They
probably
won't.
Not. They very much like the name of the podcast.
Good.
Tell
Good.
you that.
That is the best part of this podcast. Hey,
is
by
the
way, you just said podcast, so welcome to our second mini game. Oh, look at that!
You're making these up on the spot.
Actually, this one relates to podcasts.
Oh, God damn
it. Anyway, let's go to the first question. How was Twitter created?
By a person making code. I mean, am I wrong?
Technically, you're correct.
Thank you. I thought so.
But you're
I don't
not
have
getting
to
the
be
point
right.
for it. Twitter was created because of a failed podcast platform.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the failed podcast platform?
I believe, let's see here. I've got information written down. So, the failed podcast platform was Odo, Odeo. It was supposed to be a
Oh, I've
speech to
never heard of it.
podcast
Oh,
converter. So they dedicated their it started failing, so they dedicated themselves to something new, which was Twitter.
hmm.
What country consumes the most podcast media?
Okay, can I get a gimme and say it's not America? I'm guessing it's not
It is not
America.
America.
Okay, cool. I didn't
It is
think it would
not
be.
America. It is not the UK. It is not France. It is not Germany.
I want, dude. There's a part of me that wants to say it's like China or like India, but just because there's so many people there,
Mm.
like just population size is what I'm thinking.
Mm.
I feel like it's gotta. I'm gonna say China.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It is actually Sweden. Sweden is the
Sweden.
top country in terms of podcast consumption.
Is that via like population?
Out
Like
of all
podcast?
respondents, 47% claimed they listen to
Okay.
podcasts at least once in 12 months. Sweden has a 25% podcast audience share, and is followed by Ireland and Brazil.
Sweden is full of very beautiful people, so that's probably that's the trick to it.
You're
If you
beautiful.
listen to our podcast, you will get 2% more beautiful. Any podcast works
I'm
the same,
not
but don't tell anyone.
promising that at all.
You don't have to write podcasts. It's not responsible if you don't actually get more beautiful.
But you don't have to be right.
I don't
Yeah.
have to be right. The lawyers say, because that is our name of the podcast, we can spew blatant lies.
Mm-hmm. And this is actually kind of fun, and I'll give you a little hint.
Oh, there's more.
Oh yeah, there is more. Are you kidding me? We've got 2 more mini games out. Oh,
You really
this
like
mini
being the
game
game
and
show host,
hell,
don't you?
yeah, I do. This is a little bit of a hint. It is associated to a band. This band created one of the first podcasts with an MP3 feature. And I will give you a hint.
Yeah, I'm gonna need one because I don't know.
Let me make sure my hint is correct.
Go for it. Go for it. He's got to Google it. That's good to know. Information. It's you too. Chat told me.
You too. Yeah, that's absolutely.
I would have
Wrong.
never. I would have never guessed that in a million years. So
you will. Okay, so I guess here's 2 hints. Where we grew up, you saw their most iconic sticker on cars all the time.
Okay, so it's not actually you two. Okay.
It's not you two.
Okay. Cool.
And they're I think they're classified as grunge. Hold on.
Run.
I think they are.
There's no way I would know this.
No, they are rock. They are rock. And I'll give you a little more information. They're also known as the Warlocks. They grew up, or they originated in California.
I have no idea.
Really?
Was it like the Beach Boys or something?
No.
I mean, you should know. I should know this because, like, I was stuck in Christian only music till like.
Yeah, but you grew up on Vashon.
Yeah, I grew up on Vashon. That's a lot of good. That does. I went to church and like
half of your churchgoers probably had this sticker on their car because it's known as the Grateful Dead.
All right.
There you go. There it is.
All right. You got me. All right, you got me there.
The Grateful Dead was the first They created a podcast with an MP3 feature so that they could broadcast their song "Truckin'." So there you go for that.
Bro, if it's not alt rock, I don't know anything.
What company was unhappy with iPod inspiring the name podcast? Microsoft. There it is. Gave you a low hanging fruit there.
Yeah, you just lobbed that one at me. I think.
And here's the final question for $1 million. How long, on average, do people spend listening per week podcasts?
4.
Ooh, you were actually really close. It's 6 hours. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking like
5
so
inches. God damn it.
the reason I was thinking about that, right,
Yeah.
is because we have a pretty short podcast. We only do it
We
to
do.
we're only here for like
We
an
do.
hour. But most podcasts are 3 to 4 hours long, and I was thinking most people probably only listen to one podcast, but maybe 2. I guess most people probably listen to about 2 podcasts.
Yeah. Well, thank you for playing the mini game. We have one more, and we have, of course, the surprise mini game. If you ever say the key word, that surprise mini game's coming out. We still have yet to hit that surprise mini game.
Actually, I should have gotten that podcast one better because I have to forget. There's a giant show called Critical Role that's considered a podcast, and those run about 4 hours. That's because Critical Role is considered a podcast, by the way,
Well,
because
oh,
they have a complete audio version. So,
it's true.
and then like with the Bo Rogan podcast, that's about 3 hours long
Why are
too,
we
and a lot
talking
of people
about
listen to
that?
that. I don't know. It's some guy named Bo Bogan. I don't worry about it.
Joe Jogan. Timer.
Bro Bogonian.
Roppen.
Robin? What does that even mean?
Don't worry about it if you
Are
don't
you gonna
know.
are you gonna watch? Did you watch Oppenheimer or did you watch Barbie?
I want to watch both. Excuse me.
Barbie's on HBO.
Yes,
I'll let
yes
you
it
know.
is. So for God, I have the crap too. For
Everyone does.
New Year's, we were staying up and we were like, "Oh, let's put on a movie." And we're like, "Oh, should we watch Oppenheimer or should we watch Barbie?" We were all way too drunk to remember it, so we decided to watch Batman Forever.
Why is it whenever you are drinking, Batman appears? I don't understand.
Because
I don't
Zane and
get
I
it.
were drinking. Zane and I unilaterally made it was Batman and Robin. I'm sorry, the George Clooney Batman,
Oh
Batman and
yeah, because you
Robin.
watched Forever with
Yeah,
us.
we
Yeah,
watched
yeah, yeah.
Forever the other day. So
You had to see the.
we unilaterally made the decision. We're like, we're just gonna watch Batman and Robin.
How was riding the bus?
Good.
Do you wanna explain the
Yes, I
rules
do.
now? Do you know
So
the rules?
yes, I do. So you get a deck of playing cards. Each person gets dealt 4 cards. You put it in a square. Okay.
Yep.
Then you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 cards that are dealt.
For context, this
So
is a drinking game.
this is a drinking game. So you have 9 cards, 8 of them are in side by side, and then
Yep.
one's in the front. And the one in the
Mhm.
front is the bus driver. Okay.
Yep.
So you start with your hand.
Okay.
Your top left card, you say, is it black or red? And you flip it. You get it right, you get to give out a drink. If you get it wrong, you drink. The next one, is it higher or lower? Aces are low. You flip it over. You get it wrong, you take 2 drinks. You get it right, you give
Yep.
2 drinks. The one next, is it in between the range of the cards that you just flipped or outside the range of the cards you just flipped? That's worth 3 drinks. No, I'm sorry. That's worth 4 drinks.
And does one person get all the drinks, or can you like
No, you can
pass
parse
them out?
You can parse them out. And then the other one is, what suit
If
are
you
you?
get wrong, you drink them all.
Yes. What suit is it? That's worth 6 drinks. Okay.
Oh God.
Now you go ride the bus.
I understand why riding the bus
Yeah.
gets you
The 2 columns. You have a good column and you have a bad column. If any of your cards match the good column, you get to give out those drinks. And it goes 4, 8, no, 2, 4. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8.
This is as far as you got before it was just plaster and just
No,
what
no,
do I do?
no, we're good. And the bad
Yeah,
column, you have to
okay.
drink 2, 4, 6, 8. If you have 2 8s, for instance, and there's an 8 in the bad 8 drink column, that's 16 drinks you're taking, Bubba. And then if you match the suit, or if you match the bus driver, you
Yeah.
finish your drink.
So when you say drinks, are you talking about like full drinks, or are you just taking sips?
We're not savages. Take sips.
Okay, because I was gonna be like, bro, you're 32.
Yeah.
You fucking
we also
die.
played with beer and not mixed alcohol, so it was really easy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah. So I did fine. Even though I got fucked over on matching. I had an 8. I had 2 8s, and one of the 8s was in the 8 drink category, and I was like, great.
Well, we'll have to play this on the podcast someday. We'll have like a
Oh, I'm down.
special Patreon Gold
Yeah,
podcast where
I'm
we
down.
ride the bus.
I'll ride the bus with you.
We'll have Tanner is the one who knows how to play the game, right?
I mean, I know how to play a game now.
We can have him as a guest or something.
Yeah, there we go. He can ride the bus with us.
Ride the bus.
But yeah, so we rode the bus. It was great. Watched some Batman. Had a lot of food. Good time. Good New Year's.
I have a feeling this might make the next mini game, but do you have any New Year's resolutions? Did you make any?
You did not activate the.
Oh, thank God! I was just for sure. I was like, he made resolutions. One of them. He's just gonna be like, yeah, that's it. Okay.
No, I did not make any New Year's resolutions because I don't like the mentality of New Year's resolution. I like themes. I like themes of years, and I am currently
Memes.
yeah, I'm currently in the theme of health, which will I started
Yeah, I saw that.
I started in April, like generally improving my health. So I am still continuing on that theme.
Yeah, I don't officially make resolutions because I used to for a while because every time I made a resolution it would break and just be mentally exhausted.
Exactly.
But I do take, the turn of a clock to think about things, like they have the wraps and all this stuff out of like, media does it for you. So it's like it's a good time to think about stuff.
Yeah.
I thought about like, this idea of like 10 minutes a day. I'm just gonna make sure I do 10 minutes a day to better like make something better.
Yeah, better yourself.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Just 10 minutes. It could be like reading for 10 minutes. It could be I've been doing a lot of like, just starting to try to pick up 10 minutes a day. Just see if that see what I can get done in 10 minutes. Cause like, ADHD and time blindness is such a wild thing. And I'm just like, just 10 minutes a day. And also I made a small goal that I don't think I'll be able to do it, but I'm gonna try to stream 300 days this year.
Oh, nice. That'd be cool. That'd be a good goal to hit.
Yeah, 300 days. So that's the idea. I wanted to do 360. I wanted to do the full year, but I was like, I have a wedding that I have to do. I'm not streaming on my wedding day or like honeymoon or anything like that. We actually probably will be.
Oh, really?
Just
that's kind of cool.
not on Twitch.
Yeah,
because like I know people from all over the planet, and I don't think all of them are gonna be able to come. So might as well post the service somewhere at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, cool.
Yep, that's the idea.
300
Yeah, so that's what I did.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So you have
means
65 days to take off.
I can take 2 months off. That's like an average job, bro.
Pretty much.
Front load this shit. We'll be like you can take all of November and December off, which I'm not going to, but
yeah, absolutely. Well,
cool. I think that's a lot better for me than making a schedule because I was like, and it was kind of a goal I had last year, but I got sick. COVID ruined so much of that. Like, when I actually got COVID, I was gone for like a month and a half, just nothing, and I never came back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, oh, I should make a stream counter tracker.
Yeah, you should. That's a good idea. I like that. Well, you know what? Good luck with your streaming. I think you can do it. I think you can absolutely do it. Did you just do?
I slave driver whip. Yeah. I would make her do work.
We had a war about slave driving. I don't know if you're familiar, and I think the non-slave drivers won that war.
You're right.
Okay.
I also you have to realize I can't make Riz do anything. She has the pants in this relationship. It's really just begging for attention when I do things like that.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
She knows.
Well, I'm sorry, but you activated our next mini game because you said ship. All right, here we go. Speaking of ships,
I don't believe these are not random.
Speaking of ships, well, you'll never know.
Shit, by the way, not ships, but whatever.
You said relationship. Still related to a ship. I'm taking it.
I'm eating this breakfast sandwich.
No, you're not, because we're doing a goddamn podcast and you need your face hole to eat. Anyway, here we go. How up to date are you on your Star Trek lore?
You asked me this at the start of the podcast.
I didn't ask you on the podcast though.
I will give you the same answer. What is Star Trek lore?
Okay, perfect. So we have
this is just, you know what this is? This is just, you get to disappoint, like you get to be like, how unnerdy is Aaron actually? Let's prove to everyone that Aaron's not actually a nerd.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking loser.
He's just a dude.
He's just a dude with long hair and a beard. He's not really a nerd.
So we're going to be starting at the original series. We're going to ignore Archer and we're going to ignore the experimental Enterprises, but we're talking about the ship, the USS Enterprise.
Yeah.
And that is NCC 1701. We start off with two ships that share the same class. Do you know what class ship the original series ship was?
I know it was a science vessel.
Well, it is a science vessel, yes. Actually, it was a science vessel until the 1701 Delta crash landed onto a
planet.
Feel
bad because I feel like I should know this because I played Star Trek Galaxy. No, Star Trek
Online.
Like, what was the game?
Star Trek Online.
Yeah, and I knew the vessel class that the Enterprise was.
Yeah,
and I forget.
You want a hint?
Can I get like a list? Can I get a list of the classes? Like,
I can look up.
I don't even know like a word. Like, I
can look.
Like, give me an example. You don't have to give me all of them, but just give me like
for
look
example,
it up really quick. Give me an example.
Well, I mean, this one doesn't really help, but for example,
is it like destroyer or something? Like,
no. For example, the medical frigate that is widely used among the Federation is the Olympic class.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that was one of them. Olympic. I have no idea. See, a
hint. This is something that is integral to the United States of America. It is named after a document that is integral for the United States of America. And
Independence?
It is Constitution class.
Constitution class, whatever.
And the next one.
Show you Constitution.
No, you won't. I should have done a D&D one. I should have said this is what's that?
I'm a little bitch. I ain't giving you you can throw a leaf at me. I'd be like, ow, I bruised.
What I almost said it. What type of ship, what classification of ship was the NC-1701 Delta, which is the ship from Star Trek The Next Generation?
I don't know.
It is the last of the science vessels. Science and exploration. They're exploring something. No, it's not Discovery.
Byron right now is sleeping sound in his bed, and he just woke up for some reason. My brother has no idea. He just woke up in his bed. He's like, "What's? Someone's ruining Star Trek." It's
the Galaxy class ship.
Galaxy
replaced by the NCC 1701 Echo.
I hate you so much. I have no idea. Bro, I never watched Star Trek. The only time I ever watched Star Trek was when Bob was watching Star Trek, and I was in the background. This is a funny story though that I can tell after, because I'm gonna get these all wrong.
No, this is the last. This is the last one. It was the Sovereign
class. Did you ever hear the lore of Sherman shipyards
from Star Trek?
No, this is some deep Janny lore.
No.
So my brother had a website. So this is back in like HTML.
Yeah.
Like he's in high school days. Where
DOS.
Yeah, so there was no like, you know how like there's books nowadays that have like the length and the like how big. That didn't exist. My brother made a website called Sherman Shipyards that had like really rough 3D models of all of the ships and like links and measurements and stuff of them. He called it Sherman Shipyards. And so I'm a little embarrassed that I don't know these things, because I know my brother measured out all these ships and stuff on and put it on a website way back in the day.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Bro, I was like 7 though.
I was accepting ship. I was accepting Star Trek. I was accepting Enterprise. Any of those would have triggered our minigame. But thank you for playing. There will be more Star Trek lore in the future.
More I will fail. We're gonna have to have some guests on to like actually have a chance.
You should just watch TNG, because then you'll probably be all right.
Next Generation's good. I'm not lying. I watched a bunch of it when I was younger. Just
TNG is great.
I just there's so much to watch. I don't know. I'm a gamer, dude. I'm gonna
call you out here. There's so much to watch, and yet you don't watch it. Okay. All right. Anyway, well, and moving on. Thank you for playing. And we're still waiting for that bonus game.
Do you know what I got for Christmas though? Did you
What
get any
did you
cool
get
for
for
Christmas?
Christmas? All I want for
I got the
Christmas
first 20
is you.
volumes of My Hero Academia and manga for.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's cool.
So, and then I found out, I'm like, how many of them are there? There's 36 currently. 36 volumes. That's 416 chapters.
Yep.
So yeah, the manga
I'm
still got a bit
excited.
ahead of us.
I'm
Still a bit
excited.
ahead of us.
Yeah, and it's still being
Yeah.
created, right? It's not done yet. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm excited for this next season. My Hero
He's
Academia.
going. They're going pretty slow, but they're
Yeah.
working.
Have you
Working
seen
away.
Blue Eye Samurai yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh
That's another show I
shit.
need to watch.
You need to watch that. That was so good.
Once
Oh.
again, we have a list of shows we're gonna watch and stuff. And just
Yeah,
nothing.
because we also need to watch Demon Slayer because I haven't seen that yet. I have not seen Shield Hero season 2
I haven't seen 2 or 3.
or 3, so we need to catch up on that. I think Tower of
Finished
God
the
we were
last
still
3
watching.
episodes. Well, yeah, finished Tower God. Finished the last
Yeah.
3 episodes of
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, I was really enjoying Chainsaw Man, and then just life happened, and we're like, well,
We're so busy.
here we are. So yeah.
When are you going to your little like miniatures? Gen Con is it?
No, it's not Gen Con, it's Adepticon. It is
Adepticon. That's what it is. When
March.
is that?
Oh god, let me look at March. I will be gone the 19th through the 25th. Yeah. I fly back
It's
the
a rough
25th.
time to leave. Because I think we're moving in like our last day out here is March something, or is it April? Oh, is it? Are we in here the month of April? We should find that out.
We'll probably be quote unquote moved out before then, if that is in fact the time that we are moved out.
We should figure out the last day of release here.
Oh yeah,
That's
I know.
I need that before tomorrow.
Before
we'll talk.
tomorrow.
I'm going to meet up with my brother tomorrow to
Oh.
talk about moving stuff. So I was like,
Okay, we'll see if I can get that at some
I
point.
can always bug Riz. She should have at least somewhere to.
So.
knows?
But yeah, no.
Anyway, moving on. Real
Yeah,
life.
no, it's. I'm excited for Adepticon. So we actually have some events that we're going to try and get a part of. So first event that we're trying to get a part of is an MCP Marvel Crisis Protocol duels tournament. So basically, it will go there. Or MCP. Here's Captain America.
Yep. Mr. America.
They will have a whole bunch of models there, and we get to draft from their models, and then we get to do a duels tournament, which is great. They also have a duels tournament for I don't have Shatterpoint, Star Wars Shatterpoint, and for Star Wars Legion. So we're trying to get in some couples tournaments for those because we'd rather play with each other.
Are you admitting you and Gartek are a couple? Live on air.
Couple of nerds. But then we have a whole bunch of demos. I'm just going to keep plowing on. A whole bunch of demos that we want to do. So such as there's a Star Trek tabletop game that is coming out, which we want to demo. There is the Lord of the Rings tabletop mini game that we want to demo because both interested. One called BattleTech that looks really cool. And then there's a whole bunch of like we have Citadel. Not Citadel. It's what the fuck? Because we have Atomic Mass Games, which are the games that we're playing. They make Legion. And then you have the people Citadel. That's the. Why do I always Games Workshop?
Games
Workshop. So Games Workshop has their big reveal there, so we get to see if they're going to do anything with Warhammer Fantasy. Both Chris and I are kind of over. Okay, right now. And then we have the Atomic Mass Games. Then
I just said Space Marines. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Space Marines.
That's about what Warhammer 40k is turned into. Go play Space Marines. Die. Okay. And then Atomic Mass Games has their whole reveal thing. So we're going to try and look into that, see if there's anything cool coming up for Atomic Mass Games. So yeah, it's going to be a good time. They have a whole bunch of vendor stuff, whole bunch of crap that is going to be really interesting to look at. And the demo games are pretty cool because you get to just play the game and then just get instructed on how to play the game. So I'm excited.
Like a special ruler that.
What?
I don't know. All these games involve rulers, so I'm just being a butt.
Well, yeah, it's a minis tabletop game. Who do you expect, you nerd? There we go. Burped. So yeah, so that's coming up in March. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's Adepticon, baby.
Adepticon. Are you
Adepticon.
planning to go to ECCC? Emerald Comic-Con?
I would like to. I don't know if I'm going to.
I think me and Riz are gonna go with one
Nice.
of her coworkers.
Nice.
One of Riz's coworkers is a rare one, and I'm gonna keep this very vague because I don't want to like dox her. But this is Riz's coworker. There's a woman coworker that plays Rust.
Okay.
I feel like that has to be like one of the rarest gaming types in the world. Because Rust is like a hardcore PvP game, and I just for some reason I'm like, it started. You know what? Never mind. I'm done. I sound sexist, and I'm done.
It was just sitting here going, continue.
I was just trying to
Continue
talk
on
because I found it cool that one of Riz's coworkers plays a game, and now I'm gonna try to play Rust because I'm like, cool, we have someone to play Rust with randomly now. So once I'm done playing Eco for this month, I'll switch maybe playing Rust.
Yeah.
But it just came out super sexist, and I'm
that's all
what,
right. That's all right.
I'm done.
No one listens to this podcast anyway. It's
At least
fine.
I caught myself like that's not what I'm trying to say right now.
That's incredibly rude.
This sounds terrible.
This sounds horrible.
I need to take a big drink of water.
There you go. That's the thing to do. Yeah. So, but yeah, no.
It's fine though. We're on a two white guys podcast. It's fine.
Yeah. Is that fine, or is that just even more sexist?
Probably more.
Okay.
It probably makes it worse.
All right. I'm glad that we can at least we know what we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know what we are.
We know what we are. But
we're cancelable. Fine. We'll just make a new one.
We'll just make a new one.
White guy podcasts are like an infection.
You don't have to be redone podcasts.
You don't have to be redone. Somehow RageCubby/me is no longer on this podcast. That's
it's wild. Just me.
It's Wesley and whatever guest he wants on.
Yeah. I guess is barren today.
I'm the problem, it's me.
I'm the problem. It's
just
me.
Change my name from Aaron to like Richard.
Yeah. Welcome on my guest Dick.
Yeah, see, look, Snoop said it's fine.
Okay. All right. Hold on. What was it about not reading fucking comments here? Huh?
I'm trying to bail myself out.
Yeah, well, you're too far gone. You're too far gone.
Nah, I'm gone.
Yeah, I'm gone. Abadi. Yeah, that's about. Oh God, love you too, Snoops. Anyway, so just had to do a call out in the middle of our podcast. How is tabletop gaming for you?
Oh, we took a week off because I was gone, but last week the players got a huge lore drop from one of the gods that was having intervened. Didn't intervene, but you know, Guad Reviva basically told them that shit's hitting the fan. They don't really know why. Even the gods don't know what's going on. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on.
Cool.
They got encouraged to go back into the nightmare they were in to figure it out.
Oh, that's a damn shame.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll let you know. Talbany's characters, Tao, had a interesting time. They hid behind the tallest character in the party, Jados, because the god that they were interacting with knew them.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun. Fun time.
Well, I mean, I like tabletop. I like intrigue. I like getting screwed over.
It's also, by the way, as much as I make fun of you for the ruler thing, in virtual tabletop, rulers are such a thing because you have to measure distance and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can also tell as I've gone on, I don't like having just an open map for players. People like Schism was in there. When he was totally right. People fluff about when they have just an open map to walk around. So it's like, nah, we'll just do battle maps now. Battle maps and like taverns and stuff, buildings.
Yeah, usually I just do theater of the mind.
Yeah, if you're outside, we're fluffing about.
Yeah,
we don't need a map.
Yeah, I usually do theater of the mind for most things. Usually battle maps, just because it's easy to strategically plan when you have a map and you have locations of places. But theater of the mind for me is just the far superior thing because you know it at least for when I'm a player, it gets me into it more because I get to think about what it is. I get to create this landscape in my head after it's been described to me. rather than on a map where it's like, oh, it's this two-dimensional thing, you know?
I can't visualize things in my head though, so I like.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Most of the time, as I describe things, I've realized. I don't know if you noticed in the campaign. I describe just like tiny parts of the area because I can't visualize it. It's
Sure.
like if my players asked what something looks like, I'll tell them, and then like I can't see it, but that's what like
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
asked, I can now tell you what it looks like, right? It's the whole like I know what an apple pie looks like. I just can't visualize it in my head thing.
Apple pie.
Apple pie.
I like
Apple
apple
bottom
pie.
pies.
Apple bottom pies?
Yeah, apple bottom pies. Boots with the pies. All my girls want to have apple bottom pies.
No, that's not. It's not.
Apple bottom jeans. Boots with the fur with the
You
fur.
are the problem of the 90s. That's all I can say is you are the problem of the 90s,
Sure.
the aughts, and today.
That's fair.
Now that's what I call problem.
Yeah.
Jesus. So, well, I'm glad that your tabletop campaign's going well.
Freak on a leash.
And a freak on a leash.
On a
Anyway,
leash.
yeah, I'm glad
You
your
gotta add
tabletop
that
thing
one.
is going good. Our
Yeah,
Delta
it's
Green
good.
campaign's going pretty good.
Are you gonna start your campaign soonish, TM?
Yeah. Yep. Probably as soon as I get back. So,
Okay.
but yeah, no, absolutely. So end of January, I think, is going to be our start date. So we'll do
Where are you
session 0.
going?
I'm doing the hospital thing again.
Oh, is there gonna be another week we have to double up then?
Yeah. Well, I
Is it
mean,
today?
we'll just skip next week. Fine.
Oh, okay.
It's the first of the year. Who cares?
No one listens to anything in January. No, actually that's not true. No one makes anything in January.
True.
Great time to make stuff. But no, if you're gone next week, that's fine.
We can also double up. I mean, that's fine. We'll double up next week. Do a twofer.
Oh, okay. So you're what week are you gone? The 16th?
I'm gone this next upcoming week. I am gone from the 5th to the 10th. I will not be here for raid either.
That's fine. We'll just skip next week, and maybe we'll double up when you're gone. We'll do a double. We'll do like a double.
Do a
feature.
double feature.
We'll try. You know what we'll just do? We'll make up. We'll try to make the 15th podcast 2 hours long. How about that?
Hell yeah.
We'll try to 16th. We'll try to ramble for 2 hours.
Hell yeah. We can ramble for 2 hours.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll just try to actually get some topics and stuff. But by the way, so one of the things I realized bringing it back to my family gathering. My cousin. So everyone in my family has ADHD, like super bad, and so we all have found ways to cope. And one of the way my cousin will cope or like figure out life, the one she figured out, she found this app that is self-imposed parental controls. It's literally it's really smart. So like I don't think you have this problem, but you don't scroll through like YouTube Shorts or TikTok.
No.
She found an app that sets a timer on your phone for how long you can be on that, and then closes the app. And because you're an adult, it won't just like lock you out of it.
Yeah.
But you can open the app again, but it will take 10 seconds to open the app.
Huh.
So it's like this self-imposed, like, you gotta wait 10 seconds. Do you really want to wait 10 seconds for this? Then it gives you that amount of time to scroll through it again. And then it will make it 12 seconds to open the app. Then 14 seconds, 16 seconds. And then things you can set, and then at the start of the day it will reset it or whatever.
Huh.
So you don't just like end up wasting 3 hours scrolling through YouTube Shorts or TikToks. And I'm just like, that's amazing.
Interesting.
I'm never going to use it though because it's self-imposed, and I will just delete the app that's doing it.
I was going to say, why wouldn't I just delete that app? Because I'm like, I'm an adult. I'll do what I want.
This is the idea of self-imposed, trying to make yourself a better person. You know, like,
don't do it. It's annoying. Imagine.
I mean, I have to do some stuff because I do have a wedding to go to into the fall that I should probably not look like a Pillsbury Doughboy.
You have a wedding to go to?
We can have a go. Yeah, she actually said yes. That was a bit. We can have a Ghostbusters themed wedding.
Can I come be Bill
the,
Murray?
The Pillsbury stuffed boy or whatever.
Can I be Bill Murray?
Yeah, sure. You can be Bill Murray. No
problem. This chick's toast. Oh,
So
Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. That's all I would say. This chick's toast. Let's show this bitch how we do things downtown.
yeah, so I think that one's out. I don't think Riz is down for the
Dang
Ghostbusters
it.
wedding, so I gotta
Uh,
try to lose a little bit of weight and maybe keep it off.
yeah, that's
Kind of thing.
fair. That's me
Oh,
too.
big boy. We gotta get. We'll turn this in. We'll turn this into a fucking workout like
No,
podcast. We're two white guys that work. That's even
no,
more like
absolutely not.
stereotypical.
No.
No,
No, because
you
then
don't
it's
want
like two white guys that work out that have some radical ideas. The white guys that work out that are, for some reason, going off to a government building. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We're not doing that. I'm not doing it. I know how this goes, and I say no, sir.
Dude, you've heard of Alpha Brain? We're selling Omega Brain.
Just take this drug, you won't get COVID. You know, that type of thing. Fucking. Wow. I didn't think that this is the day we get canceled.
The YouTube short of this episode, 100%.
Oh,
that's gonna be great. Oh,
I hate us. I hate us.
oh man. You want to get some comment interaction? Let's make that a YouTube short. There'll be so many angry people at us. Oh my
Well, if you're
god,
angry
let's
that I'm making
go.
fun of stupid people who think that it's appropriate to charge a fucking Capitol building and then try and think that they're going to get off with it, go fuck yourself. That's all I have to say. Guess what? I stand for democracy, not this bullshit insurrection. Fucking pieces of shit. Anyway, welcome to American politics.
I thought we were like specifically trying to avoid American politics.
You know what? Your your horse vitality pills really got me going.
Improve your horse vitality,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. Johnny boy.
Jesus, the Mr. Hands pill. He really
rest in peace, Mr. Hands.
Rest in peace, Mr. Hands. No, I'm sorry. I just little tolerance for stupid people like that. That type of stupid people.
Like how you handle me, I'm stupid, but not like that.
You're not the guy that's going. Anyway,
we got 4 days.
Stop it. No, stop it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We've got a year and 4 days before it has to happen again.
Whoa!
If you're gonna make the joke, make it right. Also, please don't go do that. please don't.
No.
Let America do democracy shit like it's supposed to, or at least attempt to.
Man,
oh Jesus Christ!
It's gonna look so bad if in a year and 4 days something terrible happens.
Oh, if that happens, I'm done. I'm going to go live in a cabin in the middle of the woods. Done with society.
Honestly, I think if I was going to move to like the cabin in the middle of the woods, I wouldn't actually do it. I just gonna move to Minnesota.
Oh yeah, no, I'd go to Minnesota. I'd be like, oh, let's go up to Fargo here. Oh yes, no, my name my name is John Jacobs. I've been here for 30 years.
Oh yeah, my family's from Norway. Yeah, we moved out to Washington. We're coming back now.
Yeah, don't worry about it there. Don't you, if you come over, I'll give you a cup of sugar. It's okay. Yeah, just come on over.
Yeah, I love a cup of sugar.
Oh, yeah, come on in, sit on down. Don't worry about any politics or anything like that.
The worst part of probably moving to Minnesota would be
weather, having
to deal with the Midwestern goodbye.
Oh, the Whelp?
Well,
although it's a very defined, like, when someone does the Whelp, everybody in the room knows it's time to go.
Yeah, but that starts like the 30-minute timer to leave.
But now you know when to start that 30. It's 8:00, and I want to be in bed at 9. I'm doing the Whelp at 8. Well, this is a great evening. You know, like that's the thing. That's the greatest thing about being. You and I are both Norwegian. We get it.
Yeah, we understand.
Well,
it was really rough though as a kid because, like, we grew up on Vashon, so like you had a ferry, and like my parents lived in Federal Way,
yeah,
and my grandparents anyway, and so it's like my parents, well, we gotta catch a boat, and I knew the moment they said that we were not catching that boat. We were
no,
catching
absolutely,
the one
you're
after it.
catching the next boat.
And I'm just like, as a kid, you're just like, oh,
Yep. It was the same way with our family. We'd be over in Black Diamond with our cousins, and my mom would go, "Well, we got to get going for a ferry," and then 30 minutes later, we'd be in the car, and my dad would be going, "You fucking said we were going for a ferry. Why aren't we at that ferry?" She's like, "Listen, you married a Norwegian."
yeah, it's just how it is. It's just how it is.
Here we are. What we do. I don't know what to tell you. Well,
they start offering you pie, asking when you're coming back next time.
Absolutely. They offer you food, they offer you beverage because they think you're going across the country on horseback for some reason. It's really adorable.
On horseback. I mean, I don't know. So we were talking about it, so it's interesting. So I have a very there's a table that used to be at my grandparents', right? Because they have big Norwegian family. That's the table I'm getting. It's like this giant table that holds like 20 people that my brother's getting it.
Right.
But it's gonna be wild to see that table again and be like, we're gonna play D&D on this.
I think what I'm going to excuse me. I think what's ending up with the table upstairs. So there's a studio that my aunt and uncle have that we're going to make into a D&D studio, just purely D&D.
Oh,
and we're going to make that our D&D table. And it's for the podcast that I do, Reroll Gaming. I found a way to sneak it in. But
you activated my mini game. I'm just kidding.
Do a mini game. Dude, ask me questions.
I don't have.
I will fail. No. I will fail this time.
What? Ask you what questions? D&D questions?
Oh,
you would live. No, I was kidding. I just you bring it up every time, so I was figuring like I should make that the mini game for me.
You activated my other mini game because you said mini game. All right, here we go.
Wait, was that the secret mini game? Was saying the word mini game?
Yep.
For having the silence, I don't care.
Oh yeah, well it's
For the audio listeners, I'm staring in disgust.
Yep. So we're going to have a couple little questions here. Now, how are you on your Jeopardy knowledge? Because the mini game was triggered by mini
Star Trek.
That was good. Oh, perfect. Well, that's good. I'm glad that no, I actually did not activate.
Oh, you're just fucking with me. Yeah. I knew you were typing stuff up. I'm like, this guy just nothing. This is a bunch of BS. This guy doesn't have a single mini game plan. He's just rattling off things in his head. The next mini game, all right, here's a Star Trek mini game. How close can you word for word do the opening of The Empire Strikes Back? Because he has like a fucking memory of that entire.
I planned the other three. That one I was just not planned.
Yeah, you just mess with him. That's fair. Fair.
Yeah.
I'm upset.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of people, especially after listening to this podcast today. Oh, we've
made a topical joke.
we've pissed off both sides of the aisle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's okay to realize when you make. It's okay.
No, it's okay.
We don't have to be right.
No, you don't have to be right. And also, we also said, please don't do this stupid stuff because it's stupid.
Makes for good television.
You're an idiot. No, it does not. It really doesn't. Really does not. Really does not.
For the audio listeners, as I said that, I was shaking my head no.
No, that's why I had to clarify. No, it does not make for good television. And actually horrible television. The worst.
It kept me up at night, I'll tell you that.
Oh, it certainly kept me up at night. Gee. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think we're going to be turning that into the D&D table because my folks have at their house a table that is a extremely nicer version of that. That was my grandparents.
I'll have to ask you off stream how that's gonna work. You moving in with your folks. Like, I know you are, but, like, I just kinda wanna know the setup. Be interesting. I don't know if we
Different
wanna talk about it
buildings.
on stream. Oh, you're gonna be are they actually gonna start building the new
Yeah.
place, like, right away?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
So that's why.
So you're gonna take the building that's currently there, and they're gonna make another
Take the
one,
house.
or
Yes. They're going to make a mother-in-law.
are you gonna split the property eventually, or
No.
nah?
No.
Alright. Alright.
Yeah.
That's fun.
There it is. So, it'll be good.
I'll live in a shed out back or something.
Yeah, there you
Fine.
go. Yeah, just live in a yurt.
That's how I'll make my eventual return to hometown
May-
land. Just
may-
in a shed
live in a
in someone's
yurt.
backyard. Oh yeah. Hey, honey, you want to go live in a yurt?
Yurts are actually really nice. You can get really nice yurts.
True.
Yeah.
I guess.
And then you'll just come over and be like, "Oh, you want a cup of sugar there, don't you? Oh, hold on there. I got some sugar here. There you go."
Well,
Well,
it's about time. It's about time we wrap up this.
oh, so we've got a half hour left, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
that's the joke.
what was said in the comments. And then we got 30 minutes of this podcast left. Well,
Well,
well.
oh man. No, I
What are you
think
playing?
what?
What are you playing recently? You playing games recently, or are you still like
No.
just watching? You doing that? You watch shows. I play games.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
You should really watch Blue Eye Samurai. It's one season. It's really good.
I saw, yeah, and it's on Netflix, so we'll never get a second season. If it does, it'll be awful.
Yeah, but this first season was worth it.
Yeah, I'll have to find a way to get Netflix because, bro, online streaming services just expensive as cable
Oh yeah,
now,
absolutely.
and I just refuse to like.
Well, that's why I subscribe and unsubscribe as shows go in and out.
I have Crunchyroll, and I give that out. I password share that shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'll I will raise a certain flag that was raised in our comment section for probably Blue Eyed Samurai. I just got to figure out a way to do it without our ISP finding it.
Well, you've got Netflix while you're in the house because I have Netflix.
Yeah, but I gotta go upstairs, and
No, you don't.
oh, is it down here?
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's on the TV down here, isn't it?
Oh.
We'll watch it.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
It inspired my
yeah,
next.
all right.
It inspired my next Pathfinder character, actually.
Really?
Catfolk.
Oh yeah, you were talking about
Yeah,
that.
Catfolk Samurai. I'm very excited to play that. In the upcoming Chronicles of Rel Role Gaming podcast. But yeah, so that's gonna be good. And then I'm going to be DMing a Delta Green campaign for Delta Green for Jesus Christ for the
You good?
Reroll Gaming podcast. It's going to be good. I'm excited
Totally
for that.
good.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. I'm excited for the conclusion of our Delta Green campaign. Yeah, so and I have Shadowrun tonight. I've got a lot of tabletop.
Dude, you spin a lot of plates.
I do.
I have I do Dreamland Nightmare, and then I have the house campaign that's forever on hiatus, and that's about it. And
Yep.
I have
It
some people who want to do
certainly
one
is.
shots. I'm sorry,
It
it's my
certainly
fault.
is.
Aaron, can you hear me?
I don't know.
Aaron, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear what?
Aaron,
What?
it's still on hiatus.
I know.
I like
I'm
how
sorry.
you listened in your mic.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, what's up?
You're getting really low. I don't know. The audio comes out of this microphone now. All right. I don't know what to tell you.
I believe it. I believe it. Well,
I keep realizing that most of my campaign ideas are like I need to have like 10 years of DMing experience to actually do them right, kind of thing. So, I honestly, what we need to do is I just need to have you guys make some characters, and I'll just be like, cool. And then like off of what you're making, I'll make some bullshit up. That's the best D&D campaign.
yeah, there you go.
Make some bullshit up. who knows how long we'll go for it. Just be like, all right, that's cool. You guys seem like you like this, this, and this, and I'll fucking do it, and I'll twist you.
I made a wall
We'll
of
just
fire.
do it. That's true. I mean, that's honestly that was a lot of, and I'm getting there. I'm getting there again with Dreamland Nightmare. A lot of the first house campaign was just me being like, this is what's happening in the world, and you guys did whatever the fuck you wanted, but there was a guide the whole time, so you guys like had this dude who was like constantly pestering you to do stuff, and then you were like, we'll do it. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Well, why are we doing it? Who cares? But cool shit's happening, and that kind
Yeah.
of seems important.
And I cut the world in half, so that was cool.
Yeah, still repercussions to this day.
Hey, you know what? Talk shit, get shot. I made water.
You did.
Made water.
I actually think that was a really cool effect because you guys ended the curse, but there was a wall of fire where the curse was. So like, there's just like a fog bank that rolled out from that wall of fire. Like, I think I made like 3 miles in every direction, just fog.
Yeah.
Just because water interacted with fire.
But now you got water.
Steam.
I solved one issue by creating
you
another.
made rain. You made rain. So.
I am a benevolent god. Anyway. Anyway. All right. Well, I think we're wrapping up.
All right. I have been Aaron, and this is Wesley, and we have to thank
what are you now?
3 people.
You're not Aaron now. Because you've been Aaron. What do you turn into when you're not here?
After I leave the podcast, I became my other alias known as Rage Copy. When the podcast starts, I return to being Aaron.
I hate everything you just said. Thank you to Keith. Thank you, Keith. Thank you to Schism. Thank you to Snoops. We appreciate your support, love, and care. And yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah. Well, that's the podcast. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you not next week, but 2 weeks for a double feature of a podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Goodbye.